that gets you the most delicious, easy-to-fix, most portable, best food on the planet for your exciting fun in the sun. With each order of a 3-month responder pack, you'll get a free grab-and-go accessory kit with the Backpacker's water purifier, stove, and carry bag. You'll also get a free Camper's bakery pack with pancakes, biscuits, and cornbread muffins. All this delicious food can be easily prepared stovetop at home or in a pan over a campfire. Go to efoodsdirect.com/summer or call 800-409-5633 for information and ordering. Summer fun with food just doesn't get any better than this, folks. You need it. They've got it. Just get it. efoodsdirect.com/summer or 800-409-5633. efoodsdirect.com/summer or 800-409-5633.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You are being warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Max Keiser joining us from Paris is our guest. MaxKeiser.com. He's hosted BBC TV shows, RT shows, Press TV programs. He has an RT and Press TV show right now, a show on Genesis Saturdays. And, of course, he's the inventor of the Hollywood Stock Exchange system, much of that technology used today. He was working in and around the Twin Towers on 9/11, has helped expose that. And I said, what do you want to talk about, Max? And he said, I want to talk about a hidden world growing beyond control, close to 1 million NSA and CIA private operatives now, 854,000. And the Washington Post itself, a spook factory. A month ago they admitted that the CIA created fake bin Laden videos. We told you those were fake years ago, but now they just throw it in your face. A hidden world growing beyond control. And who's a big part of the national security clearances? Google, YouTube. They are the NSA. And that's all in this article. And I want to get into Goldman Sachs being slapped on the wrist, the Federal Reserve being given more power over our economy with the passage of the financial overhaul last week with Max. But Max wanted to talk about the Obama deception first. He said, this is big news. And literally now, I said 20, it's now hundreds of newspapers and blogs, big ones, are reporting on the censorship of the Obama deception. And this is the first time ever. It happened with one music video before that had over 200 million views. This one, 6.5 million. If it says a user's removed it, which was the hack, you cannot put it back up. Anybody who has a YouTube channel knows that. It's gone. They didn't just restore the director channel video. They restored every video that Kenneth Webb had ever deleted himself or any video that had been removed for terms of use. His whole account, going back 5 years, he's had one over 5 years. He's got a director's account, a founder account. It's even more than a director account. He's one of the first people on YouTube. Because, again, we don't have a director account. Somebody gave us one, and YouTube wouldn't let us have it last year. So this fellow, this great guy, he uploaded it. There's thousands of other versions on YouTube and Google, but they're broken up in 10-minute pieces. 1 million here, 800,000 there, 500,000 here, 400,000 there. This one, though, was the top link when you search the name Obama. Not just the top in the trends, with my listeners putting that in to make it the top of Google Trends. No. It was on its own the #1 thing in the world when you said President Obama, Barack Obama, or Obama. It knocked us out of the top searches when they did this. But today, when they put it back up, it's already #5. When you say Barack Obama, President Obama, or Obama. And you bet it's going to be #1 in the next week, I predict. You go in there, you click on it in the search engine, put Obama deception in, you see the link to the full-length video, you click on that, drive it to #1. Max, I mean, this is crazy that this is going on. What's your take on it?
Okay, well, Washington Post just came out with their big report. They spent 2 years with this report, they've got a website called Top Secret America. 850,000 people in America are on the highest clearance for secrecy. And they cobble together all the companies that are working together to create what they call a fourth branch of government, the top secret branch. And prominent on the list is Google. Google is prominent in Top Secret America, so I'm not surprised with the Obama deception. And the key here is that the military-industrial complex that people used to talk about is given away purely to the information-industrial complex. And so obviously InfoWars, you correctly predicted this years ago, that information would be the battleground, and you're fighting the InfoWars, and you've been fighting really against this clandestine, multi-$100 billion secret part of the American government. And obviously when you put something up like the Obama deception, and you've got folks who are pushing that up and dominating the search results and skewing the public's perception in the very carefully crafted publicity and propaganda to keep people away from thinking intelligently about some of the wrongs being done, they have to act, and they act in the way that you've just seen them act. But you're getting so big now that you got them to reverse themselves, so kudos to you.
Well, I have to tell you, Max, my sixth sense, my spidey sense is off the charts. This is not fun getting this much attention, but I've set out to mobilize the people to defeat these globalists. And what you hit on, and what the Washington Post admits in this Top Secret America 2-year report, this is them coming out in the open. The Washington Post is the top Bilderberg Group paper. The Grahams have been attending for 50-plus years, the owners. They are the ones that are there to whitewash everything. And they basically claim they're reporting on it, but they're really just selling it to people. When I read the SPP documents that Judicial Watch sued and got 3 years ago that I talked so much about, there is the Fortune 100. It's a little over 100 companies, the top ones there, at this BAMP Canada meeting, and they'd had others. And the first item of agenda was, this is under international corporate government security. All of you were sworn to secrecy. We need a carbon tax to fund the world government. We're going to shut down all the industries. And this corporate body is going to vote, and then the head of the Mexican, U.S., and Canadian State Departments will implement through the agencies. This is the highest security level, and it's been released. And so the corporations have meetings, they give orders, and it is carried out. And that's what this is. They're merging the 4 branches of the military with Google, with YouTube, with Yahoo, with Oracle, with a handful of others, and they all admit they're going to take the web over, block everybody else. They'll get all the business. There's a revolving door between government and these corporations, so the people in government will then get jobs with them and then go back into government and around and around. And this is a total global corporate coup over everything with 800,000+ private corporate spies, part of InfraGard, where they are all government agents with license to kill powers, according to mainstream news 2 years ago, via InfraGard. They are being trained to literally kill employees if they ever try to save the country. This is hell world. This makes the Nazis look tame in organizational skill, Max.
Well, I agree with you that major media, mainstream media, including the Washington Post, are totally compromised by what you call the globalists, what are now being referred to openly as Top Secret America. But I think that occasionally some truth manages to get through, and if it becomes a big enough problem, then move to position B, which of course is your false flag attack. So in other words, I don't doubt the credibility of this report. What I think it came through now at the 11th hour, apparently insiders at the paper and the media wanted to block this publication or wanted to find out more about what was in the publication, but now it's out, it's on the web, people are seeing it. So now I believe the timing for the false flag is here, because this is a bombshell report. This is going to really send shockwaves throughout Washington. So
I want you to elaborate, but I want to interject here. If 1/300th of the nation, and that's counting men, women, and children, so it's even higher, if 1/300th or 1/300th, 1 out of 300 is a top secret spy, and they admittedly, for every top secret spy, they probably have as many as 10 auxiliaries. You're talking about a Stasi-level number where probably 10% of the people in the country are now spies at one level or another. for this corporate takeover. I mean, and they're funding themselves with tax money. This is a takeover. This is a criminal enterprise, just like Goldman Sachs for 30 years put their people in every management and regulatory position before they robbed the country. This has been a long-term strategic plan. And, of course, they were profiting the whole time, taking over the infrastructure while they did it. I mean, this is diabolical.
Well, the idea of spying and spies, going back a few decades, it usually gets back to corporations seeking intelligence on other corporations. And this is really the CIA and these organizations that came out of World War II and a lot of the